Hello gamers, my name is Darkjohn and welcome back to Ignitor SMP, Season 3, Episode 6. So, as Minecrafters on an SMP like Ignitor here, making content, we usually want to make a pretty big impact for our audience. Show you the very best bits, all the farm builds, the mega bases, the mini games. But making that happen week after week is only possible because we sweat the small stuff. The small stuff just usually isn't shown. And that's probably because we fear it's not as exciting, it might affect our viewers or our video numbers, and we're just constantly presenting a world where materials are plentiful, broken machines just fix themselves, and details of builds are just background material. So we're going to try doing something a little different this episode. We're going to go behind the scenes of what it's like to be on an SMP, and I'm going to show you all the stuff I usually wouldn't. It is an experiment, and we'll see how it goes, but if you like this kind of stuff, you can let me know in the comments, and maybe we can do more behind the scenes footage in the future. But for now, let's jump in to the episode. So we're going to start off this episode by doing a little bit of a good deed for a fellow Igniter. So we're going to go visit Ganxol, who we've seen his starter base at spawn, but I believe just the other side of this mountain is where he's going to settle down for the season. Yep, there's his barn. I saw him build that last episode. This is the right place. And right over here on the side of the mountain is a teeny tiny little cherry blossom biome. It is tiny. And I don't know if you caught Ganxol's last episode, but he came over here pondering if there was a tree, and there wasn't. He did, however, find a single cherry tree sapling on the floor that just hadn't despawned from whoever chopped down the probably only tree that was here. So we're going to do him a bit of a favour. We're going to populate this place with cherry trees. We've got the saplings, we've got the farms. I don't want every person to necessarily feel like they have to be a customer of my shop to get what they need. So yeah, we're just going to dot these about the place, grow them up, and give him a little starter amount of cherry trees in his area. Looking good. These trees are quite fussy actually compared to others in terms of how many blocks around them you need to leave spare to grow. I might pop a one or two extra in the middle here to make it not look like as sparse. But hopefully you enjoy that, Ganxol, and make use of the lovely pink wood that comes with it. And go check out Ganxol's YouTube channel to see his reaction to the trees. Now that we've got beacons on the server, they are in great demand, and there are a couple of people with whom we need to make a deal. A special deal for an awful lot of beacons in exchange for an awful lot of other resources and favours. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head to the end and make a much better way to turn our wither skulls into nether stars. I've got a whole load of resources here we're probably going to need for the job, and head on over there. Oh, someone summoned the dragon. That can't be good. What's going on here? We better armor up. Oh, it's painting. Painting thing is out here. Painting has plans for the end, and you have to go check out his channel to see what those are. But yeah, he is making sure that we get everything we need, so we never need to summon the dragon again. I think he's collecting shulkers and shulkers of dragon's breath right now, and then after that he's going to be summoning the dragon until all the portals have been spawned before proceeding with the rest of his plans. I don't think this is going to affect me and what I want to do here for today, so I'm actually going to head over to underneath the portal and we're going to crack on with this little build.
Yeah, I'll just be up here.
Hopefully we can proceed without the dragon causing us too much of an issue. So the dragon blew up bits of the machine a few times there, so I had to pause and wait until painting had finished its thing, and then yeah, we finished the machine, and here it is right behind us. I think I have checked, double checked, verified everything over and over and over again, and it should be functional. This is very, very scary and very dangerous, but I think we're about ready to give this a whirl. I'm just going to double check the activations instructions, and then we're about ready to go. But in summary, we're going to start off with a bit of soul sand in our inventory. We're going to sit in the minecart around the front, and we're going to be bouncing back and forwards, side to side here, holding place and placing the soul sand in the T-shape. Then the pistons below are going to push that up, and the pistons above are going to push it back, so that these dispensers above here with the skulls can put the skulls in place on the soul sand in the right place. The wither then spawns at the back there, and its tail is stuck inside those minecarts, 24 of them. It dies to entity cramming, and then the drops get collected, and those in turn end up in the chest over here. And that happening, a drop passing through there is detected and sets off the whole circuit again. We start it off manually by pushing this button, and the whole thing tricks into gear, and every time a drop is collected, it automatically re-triggers the whole thing. Rinse and repeat, that's it. So I think we are about ready to go here. So we start by placing the first 4 soul sand here. We're going to push this button. This is going to spawn in the first wither. Here we go. Hurrah, there he is. And here is some more soul sand for us. 4 more. We get in here, we flick the lever, and then we just hold right click, like so. That wither, you can see its bar is dying due to entity cramming. It should take somewhere in the region of 30 seconds for it to die. Once it is dead, we will be dispensed 4 more blocks, and it should spawn in another one using the blocks we've already placed. And we're holding right click now, so we should be placing continuously. Let's just wait for this one to die. There he goes. Next one. Spawning, as we can see. These blocks have been placed. And repeat. So, we're going to leave this AFK for a while and see how many nether stars we can accumulate. I think we're out of skulls, everyone. Let's get out of this contraption. Go have a look. Up here. These guys, these dispensers are all out. Alright. Okay, there we go. The whole thing is off for a little while, and our results are in. We got 5 stacks there. We got at least another 3 at home. 8 stacks in total. That's over 500 beacons we can make. That should keep us busy for quite some time, I would think. So I'm going to take these home. We're going to get crafting and make up a whole bunch more beacons. Now we should have all of our nether stars on us. We have obsidian somewhere here. Here we go. And glass, which I believe is here. Alright. Let's do this. Sir, excuse me. What on earth do you think you're doing in my house? This is the downsides of putting a nether portal inside your base. There we go, barely made a dent. We got 2 whole stacks of beacons. We still got 5 whole stacks and a little bit of stars remaining. But that means we can go restock the shop. Oh wow, it's a good thing I did. Look at this, they have been flying off the shelves. Ooh, 1.5 stacks of diamonds there. That's pretty awesome. Fully restocked and barely made a dent. Oh no, I made another stack, I forgot. Amazing. So we still got 2 and 2/3 of a stack left of those guys. And the wood shop has been continuing to do really well. We've got a top up on our dark oak here. One other thing we wanted to do is we had a bit of a request for shroom lights. Now we've got a tree farm, and from that we do the nether trees and we get the shroom lights from those. So we're going to hop through this little portal here and go say hi to someone in need. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
I haven't been here in a while. Things are changing fast.
Yeah, I'm halfway building.
No, look at this. It's just sprung up out of nowhere. My goodness. It's looking great.
I'm not done yet.
I know. I won't look too much. I won't look too much. I can't wait for the grand reveal and seeing how it all turns out. But I hear you're in the market for some of these.
Yeah, I have a shortage. I need it for the castle, so.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm happy to supply. These come out of my tree farm, and I can give them to you for 1 stack. 1 diamond per stack. How's that sound?
There you go.
Ooh, look at that, ready to go. Oh, there's a tip.
I thought we had 5 stacks.
Did you want 5?
Yes.
Okay, well then that'll be 5 diamonds. I'll go back and get the last stack and bring it back in a little bit.
Okay.
Wow, the lag just made you teleport like about 50 blocks.
Oh.
Embarrassingly, I don't have a complete stack, but I've got that. So you can have
Oh, well, that's fine. Thank you.
you have that incomplete
No,
stack
no,
on the
no.
house. No, you've already paid for 5. That's your
Oh.
6th one.
Oh.
So
Okay.
yeah, all good. Thank you so
Yes.
much. And I will pop by
Well,
later again sometime, and I want to see this when it's a bit further along.
yeah. When it's finished, I will invite you over.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Enjoy
Okay.
the stream nights.
Thank you.
Catch you later.
See ya.
So one thing I want to make sure we can do in this world is make getting food a little bit easier. So we have these things, our steaks, and these are our main food source at the moment. And of course, the other episode we put in the cow farm down here, and it's been going pretty well. I've just emptied it, so there's no more beef in there, but you can see there's an equivalent amount of leather. I've just fed the cows, the babies will grow up soon, and we'll take them out. And yeah, at the moment I'm very much manually moving the meat from here, taking it upstairs, going to the smelter, popping it in, and oh look, it's just finished. Everything is smelted away, getting our meat, and I'm going to put all of that meat into a shulker box which I'm going to carry around with me. But I want to be able to automate this a little bit, so I'm thinking what we're going to do is pull out only the raw beef from here and automatically smelt it somewhere, maybe in here, maybe behind this wall. I need to find a place to do it. Just have a simple little smelting setup. Probably just needs to be one furnace, to be honest, that automatically makes the beef and puts it in an accessible place for me to grab easily, and just takes a couple of steps out of that process. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to have a little bit of a play and figure out where it's going to fit. I often find the easiest way to start with these things is figure out where you want them to be when you're talking about moving items around. So I want the items to come up here. I want a dedicated food spot, and perhaps somewhere like here. Let's just go to free cam, make sure there's no interruptions. I think this might be a good place to set the chest that we want to be filled. So let's just make a bit of room here. It'll go down here, and we'll mine our way down to the point where we need to be. Oh no, that looks like cow. Yes, okay, so we're going to go back. This is why we test these things. This way we can go behind the cow face. Yep, there we go, perfect. Any of these concrete powder though, because I want to run water here. Wool. So whenever dealing with water, I'm kind of paranoid that I'm gonna break this and mess up something else in the base. So I always make sure that I make the walls of any water tunnels around the base, or any part of any building really, out of a material that you wouldn't find naturally in the world. So by doing this, I'm going to make sure I don't accidentally, break part of my base that I don't want to. Okay, now we've got a tunnel. We need to make it a water source, I guess. So I'm actually going to put it in at this level. Head on down. Stop the water right here. Put in our soul sand. Add kelp all the way to the top. Bosh. Water elevator. I'm actually going to replace these with ice. Alright, now I think we've got enough going on here to go around the other side and figure out how to connect everything up to this. So we're going to need to tear up our lovely floor. There it is. Excellent. Okay. So the output from these are going to come out of this hopper, and we're going to need to put in a item filter. Okay, so we'll have an item filter right here. So we'll carve out a slice. Need a comparator there. Need a repeater there. Need redstone, and redstone. And torch there. Now, furnace, we could probably have here. change that hopper to point into that directly. No. Needs to go into the top. So it's actually going to have to go like that. And then we need to be able to put fuel in this thing, which comes in at the back, right? And then the output comes from underneath. Okay, so our output from the furnace is going to come here. We want to put it here. So it'd be helpful if this was one lower, to be honest. So that'll be the water stream, taking things over to there. Then we need a dropper. Dropper. That'll be self-powered, which means we need a bit of redstone around the back here. As usual, we never put redstone components on blocks. We know we might accidentally mine. So we can power it around the back of this. We repeater into there. We put dust there and there. Then anything that goes into there will get ejected. Fantastic. Now we need walls around here. If we put a water source in here, that should take all the items right to where we need them to be, and we can seal this off so nothing escapes from there. Now if we put in an item in here, whoop, whoop, and up it goes, and that will appear right where we want it to upstairs. Yep, there we go. So we'll do the collection system up there in just a minute. We will also feed our cows so that we have some babies ready for testing, or some grown-ups ready for testing, hopefully, by the time we're done here. Right, now we need to deal with things that are not beef. So they're going to end up here. In fact, they're already there. We need to put them into something. Okay, so things that are not raw beef go in here. We can put a trapdoor over the top of that and be able to access that when we need. We're of course going to put a composter over any exposed hoppers. Nice, that'll give us a way in and out of that chest and we can walk over. So what's left to do? We need to sort the fuel situation into this guy. And break this. This is just going to be an orientation thing, so actually going to face it this way. Boom, so the back of it is facing out the other way. Can actually fill in a bunch of this. So this is now the back. Alright, so the fuel can go in here, it goes into the back of the furnace. Items coming into it to be smelted go into the top. And items coming out across the bottom. Nice. So, we can fill this in a little bit. Okay, so we tidied up the floor. We put some fuel in, a whole block of coal, whole chest of coal. That's going to be filling up, and we can give it a test in a minute. But in the meantime, we can go upstairs and put in place the storage bit up there. At the top of our water stream, we've got a hopper going into a chest, and we just need to stop the water right here. So, thinking trapdoor is probably going to do the job. It's just going to need to be oriented like this so that the items actually flow into the hopper. Awesome. It's testing time, so sorry cows. Get smelted and pop out here. Excellent. There it goes, and upstairs it should head. Beef chest populated. I'm happy with that. I keep hunting and pecking around in these chests because I don't know what's in them. I kind of roughly know where things are, but you know, when there's a big wall of chests like this, it's easy to lose your position. So we're going to do something about that as well. Right now we're going to label our chests so we actually know what's in them, and as part of that process I'm going to rethink some of the organization a little bit. So we're going to need some item frames. Luckily our cow farm provides us with lots and lots of leather, and our tree farm with lots and lots of sticks. So let's make a whole bunch of these item frames, coat the chests, label them up, move some items, and hey presto, check it out! We have a labeled storage system. This is going to speed up getting things in and out of here dramatically. Whew, that was a fair bit of AFK time. Just left myself there while I worked, and yeah, we got ourselves, check it out, 8.5 stacks. 7.5 stacks of stars. Take all those home with us, and that's another good session there done. Maybe all we'll ever need to do, who knows. And I will take my beacon with me. Nice. And while we're out here in the end, my armor took a bit of a beating from all of those wither explosions. So we're gonna go out to the Enderman farm, which is out east over here. And we're just gonna heal up all of our gear. My shovel could do with a bit of XP as well, it seems. Okay, that's got us all healed up nicely. And I think we're about ready to head on home. Over here we can add all of these. So we've still got 5 2/3 stacks of skulls that we've not yet turned into stars. We're going to leave 9 stacks of stars here, and for now I'm just going to convert these couple of leftover stacks into beacons just to make the chest look nice and tidy. And boom, there we go. Lots of spare beacons now, and lots of stars ready to craft if we ever need them. I don't think I ever showed you my artwork either, so I've been doing a bit more decoration around the house, trying out some of the immersive paintings mods. So yeah, I just found some pretty hilarious images that were nice and tall and I thought worked. This is meant to be me as described to an AI image generator. That's my avatar. There we go. What do you think? Not too shabby, huh? Pretty good? It's obviously a very generous representation. This is some fan arts that we put up on the wall here. This was done by members of our Discord. So you can get the link to that on ignitorsmp.com. Join the Discord and you'll see there's a whole bunch of fan arts that others have created, including this massive montage of everyone on the server. That's pretty amazing. We've got the server logo up there with the flaming 0. And then I've been experimenting with a few more down here as well, so trying a bit of foliage, not sure if that's too successful. These are my 2 cats, or were. Jethro here on the left, the grey cat. He unfortunately died a year and a bit ago now. And Shaka Khan, she's on my lap right now. You might hear her in the background sometimes with her meows or her bell on our collar. She is always with me when I'm playing Minecraft. I just spotted a free roaming cat in my back garden. I just got my salmon. We're going to see if we can get it. There it is. Come here, little cat. Come here, don't be afraid. Gotcha. That was easy. What are you doing there? My new cat has magical powers. Well, if you're happy there, you can stay there. Yep. Just stay there floating. I like it. Makes the window look better. There's something else I think that this build has been missing since day one that I wanted to put in. It's a little bit of a custom tree or two here and there. So if we back up a little bit, I cleared a lot of the trees to do landscaping, and the only trees that are left are ones over here and here really that are for people's farms, and this absolute mass of trees over here that looks like a dense scary forest. And yeah, the rest are all just what was naturally generated and have yet to be removed. So I think something around here, probably near where I'm standing at the moment. A couple of spots here that I think would really suit a custom tree. Now, he's got to figure out the right place to put this tree. If I put it where I'm standing, it's actually going to block my house from the majority of the view over here. If we look back over, I don't want to just whack a tree in front of it. It'll stick straight there. So I'm thinking, actually, something over this side might work better. I might take this tree down, put one right here around the back actually, then it's far enough away. We're not going to be obscuring anyone's view, and it should add to the overall landscape of the area, and that will act as a good first test. So let's hop on around the back of the house. So obviously we're going to start by making this guy go up here. I might go 4 wide there and then go to 3. You might be surprised to learn I've actually not done many custom trees before in my time, only a couple, and actually never one that looks kind of natural. So this is a bit of a first for me. I'm just sort of making this up as I go along. I don't have a formula here. Okay, that looks like it might be a decent structure on which to build a tree around. So now we're going to pop in some leaves, see what it starts to look like. Okay, how are we looking? I like it. It's got a bit of droopage going on. It feels a little bit wonky and natural. You know, it doesn't feel too symmetrical in any way. Yeah, take a bit of a step back, and I think it looks decent. It looks like it's been there a long time. It looks old and droopy. I think I just need to flesh out this bit here. This bit seems to extend out a bit too far, considering how far this bit goes up. There are no spawnable places on there. Even in there is okay. And then I think we just want to do a little bit of trunk work down the bottom here. Right. What do we think? It's my first ever custom tree that is meant to be a natural tree. I've done alien trees, but my first natural one. Pretty pleased with how that turned out. And yeah, maybe we'll put a few more in the future, maybe different styles, but that guy feels old, like it's been there much longer than the house has, and that's exactly the vibe I was going for. I love it. It's been a little while since we checked on our shops, so just go and check to see how we're doing on stock and if we need to top anything up. Make sure we never run dry. Ooh, nice. Sold some sprays, still got lots left. Dark oak. Acacia, wow. Ooh. Been selling some mangrove. We're pretty low on warped. Sold a little bit of cherry. 17 diamonds from the wood. One other thing, when I last checked my wood tree shop, I did notice that we are getting a little low on a few wood types, so we probably need to do a little bit of farming activity down here. Some AFK time at this guy, and we're going to be farming the nether trees, specifically the green guys, warped fungus. This is what we need. Okay, that's enough of that for the time being. Let's turn this guy off. And, filled our inventory with stuff. Let's see what we got. Oh, wow. Whole bunch of stuff. I forget how much of this warped block we end up picking up. So that's what this is for. This is for composting, all of that, and getting more bone meal out of it. So I'm going to filter out all of that stuff, dump it in here, and see how many logs we get. Alright, full shulker, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit stacks, and a whole bunch of shroom lighties. Happy with that. That should enable us to go restock the shop. Yoink. All stocked up again. Anything else we're running low on? Probably some of the brown woods. The oaks, the spruce, and the dark oaks might be next. And I just broke my item frame, didn't I? Yep, let's fix that. Okay, stock reshop complete. Oof, and there we have it. That is what an average week on an SMP looks like. At least an average week of mine on Ignitor. Lots of fun, lots of little things, and almost none of that I would usually put in an episode. Except for the Wither Killer maybe, that was the pretty cool thing, but otherwise everything I showed you today would usually be on the editing room floor. So, if you enjoyed this type of thing, then please let me know in the comments below. I would love to understand if this is something we could do regularly, or if it's really not as interesting as the mega progress farms building update stuff. And while we're here, seeing as you watched to the end of the episode, YouTube is telling me that the majority of you people watching, hello there, you're all new, that you haven't actually seen one of my videos before. That's news to me. So what I'm going to do now is put up on screen a link to the entire playlist. And if you enjoy what we're doing on this SMP, then you can go and watch some of the past episodes. Please do that. They're all really great. And check out those from the other Igniters as well. Links in the description below. That's all for today. Thanks very much. And we'll see you next time. Take care for now. Bye-bye.